supposed to have a high today of 111 degrees, so it's going to be a hot one. It is in fact the 4th of July today, so I'm taking advantage of my day off and bringing you guys a new video. We're going to be exploring the San Domingo Wash. Now we're going to an old mining site called Anderson Mill. There's a slew of mines out there. We're not going to explore all of them, but I'm sure we'll do one or two of them. There's also an old homestead out there where the Underwood family lived, and we'll explore that area as well. So this mission begins on North Castle Hot Springs Road. Pavement ended back there right around the corner. From this point, it's about 6 miles to the Anderson Mill site. So since we've hit dirt, we're gonna get aired down and get this mission started. As we turn left off of North Old Castle Hot Springs Road onto North Mine Road, we're gonna follow this just a little ways and enter the Little San Domingo Wash. So what I've seen in pictures and read about, the Anderson Mill site is supposed to be in pretty good condition. So I'm pretty excited to get there and explore it. This site is so easy to get to, even Google Maps will take you all the way to it. We're not gonna take Mine Road the whole way though. We're actually gonna follow the Little San Domingo Wash all the way to the regular San Domingo Wash. Now this area of the trail here is also part of a different trail called Boulders to Box Canyon. I have been on this trail before, just not this part of it. Traversing up the Little San Domingo Wash has been absolutely beautiful. It definitely offers a little bit more technical terrain, so I was glad I came this way instead of taking North Mine Road. And even though I'm still in the beginning stages of the journey, it has not been disappointing in the least. Now I took this route up this Little San Domingo Wash to get to the regular San Domingo Wash because it's a little bit more difficult than North Mine Road itself. North Mine Road is a maintained road pretty much.
Now, when I say Little San Domingo offered a little bit more technical terrain, it just means it's more fun. This route is absolutely perfectly fine for any stock 4x4 or high clearance vehicle.
Well, we've reached the intersection for the San Domingo Wash, which is this way. If you continue that way, that continues along Boulders to Box Canyon. That's a really fun trail, though. Obviously, by the name, you know it'll take you to Box Canyon in Wickenburg.
Now, once you hit the San Domingo Wash, you really start to notice a change in scenery. The banks of the wash are much higher, and you see a lot of beautiful and eroded rock formations everywhere. And of course, you'll always see your occasional wild burrow. I always fully enjoy spotting these guys. And on this particular day, I saw several.
Hey there, buddy. I love seeing the wild burrow out here. As with a lot of the times, I was just driving along the wash, and out of the corner of my eye, spotted this little structure right here. No idea what it's for or what it was, but I'm guessing this is probably one of the miners' homesteads. Apparently, there's a bunch of these old structures littered throughout the wash, so we'll probably see more than just this one. Pretty neat to come across these old little structures out here. I don't see anything else, but it's pretty cool. You definitely will see a slew of wildlife out here. I've seen quail all over the place, a lot of baby quail, white-tailed rabbits, wild burrow, roadrunners. So if wildlife is what you're into, you're gonna see a lot of it.
Now, I didn't get it on video, but a little bit later on in the day, I saw my very first antelope jackrabbit. That was a cool sight to see, and they are much bigger than I thought.
This here is the Sunset Mine. It's one of the many mines in the area. I wanted to come up here and check this out. Not to mention, it does give you some good views. These are nice big chunks of quartz right here. And you know what they say, where there's quartz, there's gold. Who knows?
I was completely unaware at the time, but apparently, right out here at the Sunset Mine, there are 7 graves. All 7 men died in an explosion here at the mine.
Alright, so we left the Sunset Mine. That was just a quick little off spurt to check it out. And now we're going to continue along the San Domingo Wash, and we should be at Anderson Mill in no time. And there's the Anderson Mill site. All right, well, we've reached the Anderson Mill site. Let's go explore it a little bit.
The Anderson Mill was run by two brothers. At the start of World War II, all of the mines and mills that were not essential to the war effort were ordered closed. The mill was used for obtaining muscovite mica. The mica produced was used as electrical and heat insulation, as well as in joint compound and paint. A few other ores that I read that were produced here at Anderson Mill were bismuth and feldspar. Bismuth is a brittle metal, so it's usually mixed with other metals to make it useful. Feldspar is used in paints, sealants, and adhesives. Other mines you can find in this area are the Little San Domingo, Morning Star, White Cloud, Sunset Mine, Midnight Owl, and Independence Mine. But Anderson Mill ceased operations in 1951.
Now, I read the Anderson Mill was constructed primarily out of old World War II trucks, machinery, and scrap metal. To walk up here by foot, it is kind of a steep and slippery climb with jagged metal sticking out, so just be careful. Okay, that was the Anderson Mill site. Let's make our way up further up the wash and try to find the Underwood homestead. So I turned onto Underwood Way, as you saw by the sign. This is also Eddy Wash. Well, I'm right by where the Underwood Way sign is. This appears to have some remnants of something. So let's just take a quick walk around here and see what we can find. There is this stone structure here. I'm not really sure what it was for. What does this say? Charlie Wilson. Is this a grave? Hard to read. I can't make it out. 1955. Let's see. I don't know. It says something Underwood. I don't know if this is just a remembrance marker or what. What is this? This is a well. Wow. Goes fairly deep, about 25-30 feet down. This must have been the well that Underwood's used for water. I found another small cross. This has stones around it. There's no marking other than that white cross. Could be a dog. I'm just kind of walking around seeing what I can find. Well, I found evidence of some sort of structure. Isn't much left to it. You see part of an old window right there. Looks like some sort of a very, very small cabin that used to be here. So far, this is all I can find. Here's something else. I don't know if this is just some random wood lying around, but it looked like at one point it was something. Maybe an outhouse. I'm not seeing much of anything up here besides what I've shown you already. If there was something up here, there really isn't a whole lot left. Those crosses, though, are interesting. Apparently, there are some graves for the Underwoods up here, and I read that there were crosses that had writing on them, but I've only seen those metal ones, so I'm really not sure where they're at. I'm thinking maybe we should go down the San Domingo wash a little bit further and see if there's anything else down that way. Alright, well, let's head a little bit further up the wash, see what else we can find. Right away I came across this old rundown windmill site with a corral in it, but there really wasn't anything interesting up there. There really doesn't appear to be much more out here, but I'm going to go just a little bit further. Ooh, a javelina! Look at that. Well, I did see something. Javelina ran right out in front of me. Don't want to tussle with them. They'll hurt you. End of the road. Just like I thought. Well, hopefully on the way back out, I will see something that I missed coming in. It usually happens that way. So there's a sign that says Luxury Gold Mine. Your crimes are bringing people together. Many who enjoy the improved roads and signs to the Luxury Gold Mine are watching now. Smile at cameras. Thank you. Well, it doesn't say keep out, so I'm going to go see what's up there. And I'll smile the whole way at you guys. Well, I took a quick ride in. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot up here. I don't know what they're talking about. But, you know, I didn't explore the whole area. There's a few mines back that way. I'm not going to go and look at a bunch of holes. Unless they're shafts, but, you know, who knows. Didn't see any cameras, though, either. Now, if you do come out here, there are a quadrillion offshoots that you can explore. I mean, I could spend a couple days out here easily, but just make sure that if you want to get to the Anderson Mill site, you stay on the San Domingo Wash. Very, very easy to go the wrong way if you're not looking at an off-road map like Onyx or Trails Off-Road. Now, on the way in, I did bypass a lot of San Domingo Wash and took Little San Domingo Wash on the way in. So on the way out, I'm going to try to take San Domingo, the regular main wash, all the way out. You might be able to see up in there, there's more remnants of some old structures. Whatever that stone base is right there. Definite evidence of old structures though. So right there is where I came out earlier in the day and went that way towards Anderson Mill. Now we're going to continue along the San Domingo Wash going this way. And right away I found an old corral. Oh, and there's some cattle in here. I see one, but there is a cow up there. That looks like a water tank with a roof over it over there. The cow is in behind that tree there. So we're not going to bother him. We're just going to leave him alone. But yes, this is an old corral that looks like it's still in use. Nice little hangout spot for the moo cows. Not too bad. Don't worry, buddy. I'll leave you alone. I know you don't want anything to do with me. Well, I'm glad I came this way because it turns out we did find something else worth a look. Let's go check it out. How can you see the swing and not swing on it, right? And this here is an old dam. Pretty amazing find out here. I'm wondering if this dam was constructed in order to not flood the roads to the mines. But either way, it's pretty cool. Loving it. We're down to the bottom of the dam now. You can see I took that little trail to get down here. Came in through that way. This is a very neat find. I wonder if this dam has a name. I don't know, but I'm sure gonna try to find out. All right, after this excellent find, let's move on. I found very little information about the dam, but I'll tell you what my findings were. It is in fact called San Domingo Wash Dam. It was built by a John Sanger between 1910 and 1912. Sanger was affiliated with the Lotowana Mining Company and planned to mine 4,000 acres of placer ground on a larger scale. The dam built by Mr. Sanger across San Domingo Wash failed because the intended reservoir filled with sand and gravel before operations had finished even one season. Well, I marked that spot on Onyx as a waypoint. So if you want to know where it's at, I can send you the waypoint. You can visit the site yourself. It's a very beautiful area out here. A lot of areas you're, following along. Very high cliffs and rocks and whatnot, so just absolute beauty. I was not expecting this part of San Domingo Wash to be this beautiful. It is an absolute joyous surprise. Really, really glad I came this way, going out the main part of the wash. Fantastic views out here. Looks like we're getting closer back to civilization. I see some houses up on some hills in the distance. Really nice houses too. Could open up this gate real quick, but you can see up there the houses I was talking about. And even over there. Pretty nice. And just a reminder, guys, leave gates as you find them. And of course, a main road and pavement is cue to air up. All right, got the Morphlate hooked up, so we're just gonna sit in some AC, wait for the tires to air back up. I would definitely recommend San Domingo Wash. The Anderson Mill site was really cool. Surprisingly good condition for how old it apparently is. My best surprise today was that dam area with the rope swings, or tree swings, I should say. But that was a very nice surprise. Definitely recommend this run for a group as well. Definitely head out there with a group. It's a good time. If you're gonna go during the summer though, obviously bring more water than you need because it is hot out. Let's see, my Bronco is saying it's 111 degrees and that was supposed to be the high today. Definitely worth the trip. Way more beautiful than I thought it was going to be. A lot of the parts of the San Domingo Wash really look like Box Canyon and Wickenburg. The high cliffs surrounding you on both sides, just an absolute beautiful, beautiful run. There was nothing difficult about it. I didn't put it in four-wheel drive the whole day. So bring your stock rigs out, bring your Bronco Sports, what have you. You shouldn't have any issues at all. There are only a couple places where you need to watch tire placement because, if you don't have high enough clearance, a rock will come up and hit your underside. But if you have skid plates, not a big deal, right? Well, let's call it on this one, guys. Thank you once again for joining me on Bucking Life, where I live my life absolutely one bucking adventure at a time. See you next time, guys.